It was the fall of my sophomore year when my friends and I moved into our new dormitory, eager to begin another year of college adventures. Our excitement quickly turned to dread when strange occurrences began to plague our living quarters. At first, it was subtle. The sensation of being watched, objects moving on their own accord, and whispers echoing in the dead of night. But as the weeks passed, the activity escalated, culminating in a terrifying encounter one fateful evening. It was a typical Friday night, and my roommate Sarah and I were studying in our room when the lights suddenly flickered and died. We were plunged into darkness, our hearts racing as we fumbled for our phones to use as makeshift flashlights. That's when we heard it. A low, guttural moan emanating from the corner of the room. We froze in terror, our breath catching in our throats as the temperature plummeted and an icy chill settled over us. And then, from the shadows emerged a figure, tall, dark, and indistinct, its presence filling the room with an overwhelming sense of dread. We screamed and scrambled for the door, desperate to escape the clutches of whatever malevolent force had invaded our sanctuary. As we burst into the hallway, we were met by the terrified faces of our neighbors, who had also been experiencing the same unexplainable phenomena. To this day, Sarah and I can't shake the feeling that we were not alone in that dormitory, that something sinister lurked in the shadows, waiting to prey on unsuspecting students like us. It started innocently enough, a late-night dare to explore the abandoned fraternity house rumored to be haunted by the spirits of former members. My friends and I laughed it off as a silly prank, but as the night wore on, the laughter turned to terror, as we found ourselves trapped in a nightmare of our own making. The air was thick with anticipation as we made our way through the dilapidated building, our footsteps echoing in the empty halls. We laughed and joked, trying to mask the unease that gnawed at our insides as we delved deeper into the darkness. But then, we stumbled upon a room unlike any other, a room filled with occult symbols and arcane artifacts, a room that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Curiosity turned to fear as we realized that we had stumbled upon something far more sinister than we had bargained for. Against our better judgment, we decided to perform a ritual we found in an ancient tome, foolishly believing it to be nothing more than a harmless game. But as we chanted the words and called out to the spirits, we unwittingly unleashed a darkness that threatened to consume us all. In the blink of an eye, the room was filled with a swirling maelstrom of shadows and screams, our bodies racked with pain as we struggled to break free from the grip of whatever malevolent force we had unleashed. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, it was over. The room returned to darkness, the air heavy with the stench of death and decay. We fled from the fraternity house, our hearts pounding in our chests, as we vowed never to speak of what had transpired within its walls. But the memory of that night haunts us still, a chilling reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows, waiting to ensnare the unwary. It was supposed to be a night of celebration. My friend Emily had just been accepted into an exclusive sorority, and we were all gathered at the campus bar to toast her success. But as the night wore on, the mood grew somber as Emily disappeared without a trace. At first, we assumed she had simply stepped outside for some fresh air, but as the minutes turned into hours, panic began to set in. We searched the bar, the campus grounds, and even the surrounding streets, but there was no sign of Emily anywhere. Days turned into weeks, and still there was no trace of her. The police launched a full-scale investigation, but they found no leads, no clues. It was as if Emily had simply vanished into thin air. But then, just when we thought the mystery couldn't get any stranger, we began to hear rumors. Rumors of a shadowy figure seen lurking in the shadows, of whispered incantations heard in the dead of night. Some claimed that Emily had fallen victim to a sinister cult that roamed the campus, while others whispered of a supernatural force that had claimed her as its own. To this day, Emily's disappearance remains unsolved, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lurk just beneath the surface of our college campus. And as we return to our studies, we can't help but wonder if we'll ever uncover the truth about what happened to her.